I dreamt that life was joy. I awoke and saw that life was service. I served, and behold, service is joy. And that's how I feel about the work of Inner City. For us on staff there and all the people who support us to be able to do this work is such a joy and such a privilege. It's an obligation because we have to do it. We don't have a choice. We can't live in a society that allows these things to go on, that allows homeless veterans to stay on the streets, that allows children to live in slums, that allows families through no fault of their own to be being kicked out of their homes and in danger of homelessness. These are things that we can't allow.
I come from the same background that a lot of our clients come from. I came from a single parent home. We lived in very low income areas. We can't seek achievement for ourselves and forget progress and prosperity for our community.
So we have a slum housing project, we have a homeless veterans project, we have a homelessness prevention project, and all of our work focuses on housing and homelessness issues for people who can't afford to pay for an attorney, but who desperately need one.
Las condiciones de vida era un lugar que le faltaba aseo, tenía plaga de cucarachas, chinchis, estaba sucio en sí el lugar.
Originally, the property was built for 3 units, and the landlord built it up to 40 units. And so he illegally constructed the whole subdivision of what he had, the original 3 units that he had built into 40.
Sí, la primera vez que yo traté de hablar con él fue verbal y yo le dije las condiciones del lugar, que faltaba fumigar, que faltaba limpieza. Él no quiso y dijo que si me gustaba, que si no me fuera del lugar.
Ruben signed a list of demands that he gave to the landlord. He found himself in an eviction proceeding with the landlord.
Y yo no podía pensar en salir porque la situación con el dueño era muy difícil y él estaba buscando la forma nomás de demandarme. Yo creí que si yo salía de ese lugar, él podía demandarme o podía hacer algo en contra mía sin que yo me diera cuenta ya, porque yo ya no estaba en ese lugar.
We were successful. The landlord ended up dismissing the eviction.
Mi experiencia fue buena porque, bueno, yo nunca había estado en corte, jamás. Es primera vez que paso por todo esto. Pero al tener el abogado ahí me dio mucha confianza, ya que él me podía asesorar y podía defender mis derechos.
I think there is a strong stigma surrounding mental health within the VA. I think claims for post-traumatic stress disorder, claims for any mental health condition are viewed with a level of scrutiny that other claims just do not receive. I think it's challenging for people to acknowledge that veterans come back home with invisible injuries. And in Andra's case, that was certainly true.
I was at the VA for just short of 3 years. There, decided that the medication wasn't helping me not be depressed. Even though back then they didn't realize that my depression was because now I was having flashbacks.
So military sexual trauma is rape or attempted rape that occurs in between service members in the military. Andra is a survivor of military sexual trauma. You know, you're taught in the military to rely on your unit and your comrades, and there's a strengthened sense of teamwork. And when that is betrayed in such a horrific way, it compounds, and that is why post-traumatic stress disorder often happens in military sexual trauma cases.
While we were in the review, she and her expert team made it so that I didn't have to go through any more medical interviews where you have to talk about the actual incident, which is really, really hard.
Every year, Inner City Law Center serves thousands of low-income tenants. And Andra's an example of one of the veterans, one of the hundreds of veterans who we work with every year here at Inner City Law Center. She now is in an apartment. She's no longer living in her car. She's no longer living on the streets. She received, when her case was done, $80,000 from the Veterans Administration in back benefits. She will get $2,600 a month for the rest of her life. She will have, perhaps most importantly, increased access to the VA health care, particularly the mental health care that she so desperately needed to put her life back together. Ruben, as you know, came to us because he had an eviction issue. We helped him stay in his home, but we've also now gone on and we've helped him and 33 of his neighbors to file a lawsuit against the slumlord who was failing to maintain the building. And Ruben's really representative of the thousands of tenants who we help every year stay in their homes, keep their homes healthy, have places where children can grow up and lead healthy lives. It's these sorts of folks like Andra and Ruben who you've just met, who your support makes it possible for us to help every day.